Well, I'm at the trailhead, and there's snow up there on the, you see it through the fog. Got snow on some of the cars here. Well, good morning, everybody. It is a overcast, rainy, slightly cold morning here in the High Uintahs in Utah. I am, I'm on a little spur off of a road going down to a place called Meadows. I found some dispersed camp sites. There's about 3 of them here around me. It was a Wednesday night, so it was easy to find one that wasn't occupied. Rained all night last night, which I slept in the back of the 4Runner. Got a little platform made there for occasions just like this, where got here, it was already wet, it was already raining. It's like, well, why take out my tent when I've got to just pack it up, because I'm going to meet some friends down the road here a little ways at the Uintah Highline Trail, Trailhead, up from Camas, Utah, and we're going to do about 5 miles, then cut off and go up to a place called the Naturalist Basin. It's pretty popular. There's going to be a lot of people around. Maybe today not, because it's a Thursday, but we'll see how the weather. I haven't had any internet here for a few hours, so I can't. A few hours as of yesterday coming in, and then of course all night. So it's been a good 12 hours since I've been able to check weather and see what it's going to do here today. But it should be a nice hike. We'll hike into the lakes, stay a day, and then hike back out. It's only just a little under 15-mile round trip loop, but it should be fun. Be good to get out for a while and be back in the woods. I like being in the woods. So, all right, the 4Runner. The Goby rack is now loaded up with some items. I've got a Pelican case up there with my recovery recovery gear. I've got a fuel bladder up there, holds about 4.5 gallons, and then my Max Trax. I've got an ARB awning on order, and that should kind of at least finish filling out that part of the build, and then we'll go from there later. But for now, this is going to be primarily a backpacking video. So, all right, everybody, we'll see you down the trail a little bit. Next event, let's go down to the trailhead. Well, I'm at the trailhead, and there's snow there on the, you see it through the fog. Got snow on some of the cars here, and pretty much things up in the air, the logs, or on top of the grass. The trail looks pretty clear though. Got some water running there. It's kind of nice. If I'd known that was going to be there, I may not have stocked up with water earlier, but that's okay. But I have a feeling that the trail's going to be just a little bit wet today. Welcome to the High Uintah Wilderness on the 17th of August, 2021. I think about a month ago, Amy Rout was up here. I watched her video, and it was quite hot. So quite a contrast in a month. All right, I'm currently just waiting for my party to show. I've already added a smart wool layer. I tend to not hike with wind pants or tights or anything like that, because I tend not to get super cold on my legs. but I don't think I've been down this cold with just shorts on, and I did not bring a pair of zip-offs type pants, so I'm purely just in shorts, if you can see them here. Anyway, so this might be a lesson learned for me. See how I do. I was not anticipating this for August for weather after watching some videos, so we'll see how it goes. Well, it's been beautiful hiking so far. Every now and then a little bit of drizzle. I think mostly those probably from coming off the trees. Now this is the Highline Trail. We have not hit the turnoff for the Naturalist Basin yet. A little bit rockier than what I've seen in videos of other people hiking the Highline Trail, but not anything out of the ordinary for, you know, being on a ridgeline. Ridgelines tend to be more rocky as the soil erodes away over time. Very quiet though. Fresh air. It's been awesome. I just thought I'd bring you along here for a little bit. 36 degrees, August the 17th. But I'm staying nice and warm. Layering up is extremely effective. I love the Smart Wool. Definitely helps to regulate temperatures. Oops. Well, I'll catch up with you later. I think I hear a stream. Just entered the wilderness boundary. There's that stream I was hearing. Stream is benefiting from that rain last night. High Uintah Wilderness. Wasatch National Forest. I guess that lake is normally not visible from the trail because of the trees, but as you can tell, there's been a pretty good fire here, and it has a very eerie feeling with all the rocks and the burned trees. Sad, but it's a inevitability with lightning strikes, let alone careless people. I've been going like this for a while, having some AT flashbacks. And all sections of the AT have some of this. Of course, Pennsylvania is probably worse and goes on longer, but I was surprised how much of this rock continued through New Jersey and also into New York. My Achilles tendon is doing good. That stem cell therapy spring of 2018 worked real well, and no regrets on having my meniscus trimmed. Also, I think early 2019. I have not worn a brace now in a couple of hiking seasons. The left one has a little bit of arthritis going in it, I can feel. They trimmed some of that out when they did the meniscus trim on my right knee, but so far, not bad, not bad. All right, here is the trail junction going to Naturalist Basin. It's not well marked, just a sign here that says NB. So, and then HL for Highline, so deteriorating quite a bit. So it definitely helps to have a navigation aid. I'm currently using the All Trails, and it seems to be doing a pretty good job of keeping us on the trail. So anyway, all right, more later. Continuing to climb. Okay, the split to Blue Lake is just back there beyond those rocks. This is the right split to go to Jordan Lake, which is where we're going. Isn't this just beautiful? And we've already heard just a little bit of thunder. Came down through the trail that way, and you might be able to hear that I'm being pelted with a little bit of ice. Got some snow coming down, and then just turning the corner and boom. Here you go, it's just beautiful. A little snow there on top. We are going to camp somewhere along here tonight. Absolutely beautiful. Don't trip on a rock here. Boy, is this beautiful or what? All right, Jordan Lake and Naturalist Basin is where we are. Oh man, can you see it? August, I think actually it's 19th. High Uintahs in the ice pellet storm. Hee-haw. Fun stuff, actually. I think I'd rather it be this than rain at this temperature. Yeah, I think it would have to be this than rain. All right, we got a nice little spot going here. The lake's right down there through those trees. I'm gonna put my, oh, thank you. Where did I leave those at?
Just down on a tree down there.
Oh, wow, thanks. I would have been looking for those tomorrow, wondering what the heck I did with them. Did you see look up here, see the waterfalls? There's 3 of them up there.
Oh yeah, I did not
See
notice
that?
that.
Yeah, I just looked out there a second ago and I was like, holy cow, those are beautiful.
That's cool.
I'm not sure if they're gonna show up on video or not.
Maybe that's...
All these are ice pellets. Kind of a little refuge here up underneath the tree, kinda. But I have to stand. All right, get the ice pellets down my socks. There. Oh, starting to lighten up a little bit there. Pretty amazing. August. It's incredible. It still blows my mind. Here we are in our own little meadow up above the lake. Pretty, very nice. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there to the left of those 2 dead trees, we've got 3, actually you can only see 2 of them from this angle. Waterfalls coming over that edge there. I think that's coming down from, it's a Blue Lake maybe. Hey, good morning everybody. It's day 2. Let me give you a little panorama here. Just beautiful up here. There's plenty of water, but we are heading over to a little waterfall to get our water this morning just for something different. And Well, let's see. It still pretty cold yesterday. I had an early dinner and just got in the tent to get warm. I had some leg cramps, so I don't think I had enough water yesterday. Then it started to snow. Then some point in the night it warmed up a little bit more and started raining. And then the wind kicked in. Let me give you a better panorama here what this looks like this morning. There we go. Is that pretty or what? Wow. This is the group that I'm with right now. Even they got some nice water source. I'm told there's a little waterfall we're gonna go over to just for fun. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning here in the High Uintahs. It's probably about 45 right now. Yeah, this definitely looks engineered, doesn't it? Just because of all the squareness of the rocks. Little pool right here. And it goes right over the falls right there. And we're over in the trees on the other side of the lake is where we're camped.
That'd have been a good camping area. Oh, that'd have been good.
Yeah, that would be a good camping area.
Sorry about the wind. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Blue Lake. If I sound a little winded, I am. So let's see. Today we went up to 11,106 feet, and the loop and all trails, that northern leg from Faxon Lake all over to Blue Lake really doesn't exist. It's just an electronic red line. It looks like it'd be a trail because it winds back and forth, but there are a few cairns that somebody's tried to put up, but nothing that would even help you navigate through it. So most of the time we were doing a little bushwhacking on our own, trying to pick our way through without doing any damage. Coming down from Blue Lake, that was brutal, very brutal. So caution if you're doing all that in one day. There is a little narrow lake that's kind of at the bottom of a huge climb that may be a good spot as an alternative before getting up there to Blue Lake. And up on that upper bench there, those lakes, there's not a whole lot of camping spots up there. I think your better spots are probably down here around Jordan Lake or before you get up there, unless you're really good at exploring. You might be able to find some. Anyway, just about back at our camp. Talk to you in a minute. Bye. Got some friends visiting camp. Three young bucks, it looks like to me. Well, good morning, everybody. It's another wet one out here in the Rocky Mountains. Time I went to bed last night, the dew had already had so much condensation into my rain flap. I should have tightened it back up, and I didn't from the sag. Went to bed, and then when it started raining last night, I don't know, about 3 in the morning, because there's so much condensation already underneath, then as the raindrops were hitting the rain fly, it created a kind of a rainy mist that was coming down through the netting, and got me a little bit wet last night. So anyway, so lesson learned. Don't just settle, I guess. Got to do everything right all the time, right? That's how it is in life anyway. You got to always do the right thing all the time. So anyway, we're going to get packed up and we're going to head out. It's about an 8, maybe 7.5 mile hike back down to the trail, or back down to the trailhead, and most of that is downhill. It's not too bad. It might be a little bit slippery with the rain on the rocks this morning, but I think it got down to about 38-ish last night. It was 45 degrees on my tent on my little thermometer, so it wasn't too bad. My 30-degree Nemo quilt did just right for me. So anyway, we'll see a little bit further down the trail. Bye. Oh, well, once again, good morning, everybody. A little bit break in the rain. I'm heading back down to the trailhead solo so I can walk and keep warm. It's 40 degrees, maybe 40 degrees, probably colder than that. And that's a good recipe for hypothermia. So got some hot chocolate in me. Oops. See, having a hard time holding the camera. Got some hot chocolate in me, some oatmeal, and now I've just got to hike to stay warm. Let me show you this beautiful scenery here. Got a waterfall right up there. Wasn't there yesterday. The rain last night helped create some more opportunities for the upper lakes to overflow their banks a little bit. It's just beautiful here this morning. This is Jordan Lake, or is it Lake Jordan? We just call it Lake Jordan. All right, a little bit of the trail here. So I'm down past the Y that goes up to Blue Lake, but I didn't even know it. So I was talking to a gentleman hiking up, and I pulled out the all trails to show him where he was, and I realized that I'd gone further than I thought. So all trails, I went ahead and did the subscription for a year to try it out, instead of the 3-year, since I wasn't quite sure. It's been very helpful to have on this trip to be able to kind of do the navigating. We did find out, if you compare it with another resource like Gaia GPS, we would have realized that northern part of the loop doesn't really exist on anything but all trails, and I don't think it was really an official trail. We were doing a lot of bushwhacking, even though we were on their red line. We were in the middle of just rocks and boulders and scrub and everything else. So just be aware of that. It might be worth, if you're going to do something, to compare it to a different resource and see what it gives you. But I've liked being able to have it for navigation, because in this particular trail, there's not really any blazes. I mean, here's one. Okay, there's your blaze, literally hatchet marks in a tree. Very similar to what you see sometimes on the Colorado Trail. But far and few between. It's just kind of funny that it just happened to be there when I was talking about there not being any blazes. the trail intersections, if they're marked or poorly marked. I think you saw that in the earlier part of the video where the turnoff to Naturalist Basin wasn't really well marked. So anyway, it's getting ready to rain again, but more concerning is the thunder that I've been hearing. It's not often, but it is loud, and it does get my attention a little bit. So right now it's just sprinkling a little bit, and I don't mind the sprinkles. This trail is rated moderate, and I would agree with that. The climb up the Blue Lake was difficult. Matter of fact, I'd say it was extremely difficult, that little section. Oh, just hyperextended my knee. Oh, I don't like doing that. So I guess I better start paying attention here to the trail, but just want to share some of this with you. All right, I did finally warm up, which is good. And just trying to watch my step, because these rocks are actually quite slippery when they're wet. This granite's actually a little smoother than what it looks like a lot of times. So anyway, all right, everybody. Talk to you later. All right, we're heading down to Camas. Gonna go get a hamburger for the traditional post-hike festivities here. I'll give you a quick little recap. All right, the wind was blowing horrifically up at Hayden Pass where the parking was, and the rain was just driving sideways, very cold and stinging. So anyway, I couldn't really do a video there, but en route to Camas, gonna go get a hamburger. 24.7 miles according to my Garmin for the total trip. I would have to say that the hike out was a lot harder than the hike in. I feel pretty beat up, especially the last 2.5 miles were pretty much just a slow grind, continual grind uphill. So anyway, more later. Bye.